Hello all. Welcome to episode 7. I am still learning how to do this, and there's an icon on my screen that's annoying. Oh, Jesus. Anywho, welcome to episode 7. Levels to this leaning into luteal. So, what does that mean? Okay, so I am me, and you are you, and we are all our own blueprints. So, if I'm learning this process, I know I talk about me learning this every time I come on here, but you know why? Because I am learning this. And I think it's okay to say you're learning something. And, people can either be like, oh, cool, you're learning, or who cares, go learn it. You should have learned it before you did it. But whatever. We're humans. We learn by doing. So, anyway, for episode 7, in this season of my life, because, of course, my channel is season cycles being, right? I'm learning that there's levels to things, right? So when I was younger, I used to chart my cycle, and I would just chart basically when I had my period. And then as I got a little older, and learn about fertility and ovulations, which I should have known when I was charting my cycle in the first place. But you know what? I learned how to chart by myself, and nobody really explained that to me. I mean, I knew that you could get pregnant, but the time that I was charting it in my young adult years, I didn't really understand the whole process. So it wasn't until I was in my late 20s, early 30s that I learned about the temperature and all of these things. And some of this stuff you may be aware of, and some of it you may not. And one day I'm actually going to do a detailed video about it. But there's plenty of details about it. This is more of an informal, personal video. So anyway, there's levels to this, right? So when you're young and fertile and all, not that I'm not fertile anymore, because technically I could still have children, but I'm not in the season of wanting to have children. You have had children, and I'm good with that. So there is still fertility in me, but it's not fertility to produce babies. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, um, there are 4 phases of the menstrual cycle, but there are actually just two parts, right? You're either before you're ovulating or after you're ovulated. You've ovulated, right? So I'm after I've ovulated. So I'm in the luteal phase. And the luteal phase is pretty much when you don't want to be bothered. You go into yourself. And here in Michigan, it snowed today. So that was a beautiful segue into winter is coming. You see what I'm saying? Um, so anyway, the levels of charting, the levels of being a woman, right? So as the Bible says, when I was a child, I spake as a child and all that good stuff. When I was a girl, I thought as a girl. Now that I am not, I'm middle aged, but I am not an elder as of yet. I am still earning my elder stripes, if you will. So, back to the levels. I'm in my luteal phase. I'm actually kind of they also call it the wild woman, the enchantress, where it's you just go with the flow. You get what you get, and you take it or you don't. And at that point, it's really not my concern whether you like it or you don't. I'm just being me. We're more. Actually, I do have a chart that talks, because there's so many interpretations of a female cycle, like the yin and the yang, and I'm still learning. I am still learning. It's always hard for me to remember yin and yang, and right now it's not coming to me, which is okay, because that's part of my hormones dropping, that estrogen and that progesterone, and sometimes can make your brain a little foggy, and that's okay. So I could add notes as I learn to edit, throw it up here what the yin and yang is, and I'm going to work on that today. And we'll see how this comes out in the production, or it may
But
not.
it did.
And it may be something that I talk about and that I'll get to on the next video. And of course, hold on. Those are one of the fruits of my loins, the youngest one. Yeah, she knows I'm recording. She doesn't care. She doesn't care at all. But that's okay. So anyway, and I'm going to pause again when she decides to come out of the restroom, which we have a whole another one that she could use, but she wanted to come in here because she loves her mom, and I appreciate that she loves me, and I'm very grateful that she loves me. But sometimes, like I said, there's levels to this. So anyway, my luteal lean in is that I'm still sticking to my schedule because did I want to record today? No. But you know what? I am committed to sharing this part of my journey so that as I share more, people will be able to have that point of reference and understand themselves more. Because again, you are your own blueprint. I am my own blueprint. You know what I'm saying? And you need to know your blueprint. And the only way you can know it is to study it. So this was a short little pop in, pop out on my Moon Day musings, my luteal lean in. Gotta love it. I actually love being a mother. I think it's amazing and awesome. And I love that I'm a stay at home mom and that I'm with my children all the time. Well, I shouldn't say all the time because they do hang out with their dad. And that's cool because he's a good dad. And, you know, he understands me and I understand him for the most part. So he's like, you know, babe, I got the kids and I'm gone, which is amazing. You know, so I'm not complaining about that. I'm actually very happy about that. Very pleased. Very content. Anywho, I'm going to learn how to post some things so I can edit and make all the things make sense, but it's a process. And according to my cycle, now is the time to just tidy things up, you know, just get it done. It's not the time to start new things, but the time to finish up things that you've already started. And I'm still learning how, this is very strange, like they talk about when you're doing your videos, learning your presence, because I'm actually supposed to be looking over here instead of looking at myself. I will get there. And hopefully you'll see me when I get there. Because it's just I, you know? Like most time you look at the subject of your interaction, the receiver of your energy. So if I'm looking at me, it's weird. I'm gonna start crossing my eyes and everything. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful week. And I hope that wherever you are, however you are being the best of who you are and you are taking the time to learn you and learn the levels of you. And be proud of the levels of you because every part of you is magnificent, even the parts that we're not so excited about. But they're all great because they all go together and make the picture. You don't want to miss any pieces of the picture. So, I'm kind of rambling right now. But anyway, I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great week. Until Moon Day next. This is going to be an outtake or whatever they call it. But you know what I was thinking about? The scene on Friday when Debo was coming. Take old boy's chain. Like, I think that's kind of how, like, it kind of reminds me of the theme for Jaws. Well, I mean, obviously that's what it's supposed to be. I think, artistically. But then I could be wrong, but maybe that's just what I'm feeling right now. But I will say, I'm just rambling again, but I just wanted to share that piece. Because see, the whole thing about this is like, and I don't even know if this is going to be entertaining to anybody but me. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. But like, I watch YouTube videos and people have really well put together videos. And I think that's amazing. But it's like, at some point, doesn't it get to where people are just so performative? Like, and I'm not saying that you can't be yourself and be performative, but I don't want to be like I don't want to be what I'm not. And that's always been a theme with my life. Like, I've never been a good liar because you got to remember too much stuff. And sometimes I feel like, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing that you can code switch, they call it, because I can code switch, but I think code switching is different than like being on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not good at being on. I'm not good at not being me. I mean, everybody is them and there's different aspects of them, but it's really hard for me to like be situational me, I guess. You know, sometimes, no, I mean, because I can do it, but I just don't like to. I don't like to. I don't want this to be where, like, I like showing the process. I like showing who and what I am and how I'm doing. I don't want this to be where it's like I have to be super anything else than what I am at the moment. And if I'm super up at the moment, but that's authentically what I'm being, then that's cool. But if I'm not, like, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And also, okay, this is another side. I'm kind of rambling today, and that's also a part of this part of your cycle. Like, you can be super up, but it's more like a up to yourself, an introspective up. Because like right now, I'm in a room by myself talking to myself, so I'm still introspective, but I'm going to be obviously sharing this. So, but in reality, I'm just sitting here talking to myself. So anyway, there's astrology, right? And you have your astrological sign, which I am a Taurus sun sign. I am an Aries moon, and I am a Pisces rising, which I'm still learning all those things, but I know that I'm kind of mostly stubborn and then kind of airy fairy. So, you know. And then there's this thing called human design, which is really cool. And it's like a cross between a whole, anyway, it's a whole thing, and it's a whole vibe. It's a whole vibe. But the whole point is there are 4 different types, 4 different actually 5. It's 1 splits. There's 5 different, and I'm not an expert in this. I'm just sharing this to kind of go along with my train of thought at the moment. But human design has 5 energy types. The 4 main types are a projector. Of course, projector would be first because I'm a projector and we're like 20% of the population, so I'm so super unique. Anyway, and then there's a manifester, which they're even more unique. They're 9%. Then there's the generators, which they're like, and don't mess me with the math, but they're the majority are generators. And then you've got a reflector, and those are super rare. I haven't met a reflector that I'm aware of yet. But anyway, check it out. Ooh, I'm going to learn how to put a link in so you guys could go check this stuff out. I'm learning. We'll see it. Learning, you know, I throw that in. I keep throwing that in because I'm still learning. Anyway, you learn by doing. Anyway, so I'm a projector, which means I am not here. I don't have my own energy center per se. Yes, I have my own energy center, but not like generators. And actually, generators are the only ones who actually constantly produce their own energy. And there's a manifesting generator. I'm sorry, I forgot about them. But they're a type of generator. And all the other types, we have to rest. You see what I'm saying? We have to rest. I'm here to rest, baby. I'm here to rest and keep it, you know what I'm saying? Keep it a buck. And maybe that's a part of me, you know, all that Taurus, Aries energy, and not so much Pisces. And then being a projector. Anyway, I just threw a whole bunch of stuff out there, and I'm rambling. But I'll put some links and whatnot. And I don't know. Like I said, I'm in a room talking to myself. So right now I'm really kind of entertaining myself. Because, you know, being a stay-at-home mom, I don't always have the most interaction with adults. So right now I'm really having a conversation with myself. And I'm feeling like I'm pretty interesting for the moment, for the time being. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here now because I'm really rambling now. But hopefully, again, you have a good week. And until Moon Day next, it's all good. That's lame. That's like straight up Gen X. Am I Gen X?